Thanks so much, Visiwe. Let's take a look at our headlines now. Family and friends of the workers who are still trapped when a building under construction collapsed at George in the Western Cape say that they need answers about their loved ones. They say that they do not know whether their relatives are trapped, deceased, or in hospital. Meanwhile, the Labour Minister, Thulas Nxesi, says that the owner of the collapsed building will be thoroughly investigated. At least 8 people have died, 29 injured in the collapse on Monday. 44 people, mainly construction workers, are still missing. Health Minister Dr. Joe Phaahla also visit the site today. And tributes continue to pour in for Justice Ivon, who passed away almost 13 months after she was involved in a car crash. Justice Mooro was 73 years old. She had suffered multiple injuries after the car in which she was travelling was hit by a truck between Warrington and Kimberley in the Northern Cape in April last year. Justice Mooro was one of the first black women justices of the Constitutional Court. She had an illustrious career that spanned over 3 decades. An order on whether the IECs online portal for the submission of political parties' candidate lists malfunctioned and prohibited parties from complying with Section 27 of the Electoral Act will be handed down this morning by the Constitutional Court. Now, this comes after 3 political parties turned to the Constitutional Court for relief. The applicants were barred from contesting the upcoming elections after they had failed to comply with Section 27 of the Electoral Act by submitting their lists by the March deadline. And the Constitutional Court will today also hear the IEC's appeal against the order of the Electoral Court that allows the former President Jacob Zuma to remain on the Umkhonto weSizwe party's candidates list. The Electoral Court had dismissed the Commission's disqualification of Zuma following an objection against his candidature. The ConCourt will have to determine whether a conviction and sentence against which there is no appeal is a conviction and sentence for the purposes of Section 47. And that concludes our headlines at 6:30. Full bulletin coming your way at 7.